you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Zoom Master, and thank you and welcome to everyone this evening to our Region 10 PR Festival. I'm currently your Region 10 Public Relations Manager, handling all 8 districts on Facebook and LinkedIn, and I decided to do a PR festival and have a couple of sessions throughout March and April to help the VPPRs or anyone dealing with public relations. Today, our first session will be with Toastmaster Angela, who is a dedicated member of Toastmasters community, currently serving as the District Public Relations Manager for District 71 with a profound passion for communication and leadership. Angela has been a transformative figure in Toastmasters since she joined the Kildare Toastmasters Club in May of 2021. Angela embarked on her Toastmasters journey with the intention of overcoming her fears of public speaking and enhancing her professional communication skills. She quickly demonstrated her commitment and potential by taking on the role of Vice President of Public Relations in her first year. And during her tenure as the VPPR, Angela was instrumental in elevating the club's profile and engaging members through innovative public relations strategies, despite being new to tools like Canva at the time. And in 2022, Angela's leadership journey ascended to new heights as she assumed the role of club president. Her tenure was marked by significant membership growth and enhanced club operations. Concurrently, she extended her expertise as VPPR to Toastmasters for Golf, broadening her impact within the Toastmasters community. Her leadership skills and commitment to the Toastmasters mission culminated in her appointment as Division Director for Division D in 2023. And as the District 71 Public Relations Manager, Angela continues to champion the visibility of Toastmasters. Outside Toastmasters, she is an entrepreneur and a published author. For today, kindly welcome here to our Zoom stage for our first section titled LinkedIn for Growth and Corporate Engagement. Kindly give a round of applause to Toastmaster Angela.
Thank you very much, Craig, for that beautiful, beautiful introduction. I'll just share my screen. So I wouldn't need to say much again because you said everything in your introduction. Thank you very much. And a very big welcome to everyone today for registering and attending this session. The session is going to be for about an hour and a half. I'll try very much to keep it within the hour because I know we are all busy. St. Patrick's weekend and we're running to go out for the weekend. So I understand that completely. I'll fly through as quickly as I can. If you have any questions, put it in the chat box and we'll come back to it after the session. There'll be 2 activities during the session. We'll look at updating our LinkedIn profile. But today, because we're keeping it very tight and close, we'll update our profile link and you can update your profiles afterwards. And if you want to reach out to me, I'll put my email in the chat box and you can always contact me afterwards. So let's kick off the session this evening. So what are the objectives of tonight's session? One of the objectives is to ensure that we understand LinkedIn's capabilities for professional networking. And the second one will be to optimize your LinkedIn profile. And the third is learn how to engage with corporate partners and even other individuals that you think are leads for in LinkedIn. So quickly, the first question is why LinkedIn? Is LinkedIn the right place to get leads? So I wouldn't want to say yes or no to that question. I would like us to work with data and work with what we see. So based on the review from a blog that I had seen about LinkedIn, LinkedIn is projected to have over 1.3 billion users by 2025, continuing its trend of strong global user growth. By 2025, 75% of active users will likely reside outside the US, with India maintaining a significant user base. So no matter what region you would want to reach, there will always be people from that region on LinkedIn. Approximately 68% of recruiters are expected to rely on LinkedIn for sourcing candidates, emphasizing its importance in the job market. So which means that means it's reliable. LinkedIn's advertising revenues anticipated to reach 10 billion by 2027, reflecting a strong position in digital marketing. And we all know that digital marketing has come to stay. So LinkedIn will always be relevant to us to generate leads with that regards. And lastly, the platform is expected to see a 25% increase in user engagement, particularly through video content and long form articles. So with these 5 points, at least, I can categorically say to you that answer a big yes to that question, that if LinkedIn is the right place to get leads. And I'm sure you're thinking the same as well. So let's dive straight into the key features of LinkedIn. We have the personal profile. You can have company pages and group. The personal profile, first of all, is really very useful. Having your personal profile optimized, I think, is key for interaction within LinkedIn. People tend to take you more seriously if you have a good profile, a professional profile. And if you have a business or a club or a company page, well, setting up a business page or a company page, as for the purpose of this training now, we're talking about the clubs, and so setting up a club page will be a key feature for you if you're looking at using LinkedIn as a lead generation to increase membership. Then groups, there are groups on LinkedIn too that as a professional, it might be useful for you to link up with or join. Then other things that you want to think about when you have the profile created is creating content, posts, and articles, because those kind of set you up as an authority within the industry, whatever industry it is that you're in. And so looking at that is key as well for LinkedIn. And there are networking tools. You can create your events, invite people for the event. So it could even be your club meetings, invite people. People see people attending the event and want to attend as well. So that's a strong feature that LinkedIn has. And you can do live video webinars as well within LinkedIn. So what are the key elements of a strong LinkedIn profile? I think there are lots more, but I just, for the purpose of this training, I stuck to this 5. A good profile, professional photo, LinkedIn headline, an engaging summary, and well, you need to highlight your educational skills, licenses, and experience. As we're going through this, I'll take you through, well, my own LinkedIn profile. So we'll have a look at some of the things that you need. And for a business or your club, you want to create use your logo as your professional photo. You want to put a strong headline. You want to reflect your mission and your vision for the club. For a club as well, you might want to think about updating for the content. You might want to think about putting pictures of your meetings, achievements, like people that have achieved their pathways, what they say about Toastmasters, how Toastmasters has helped them. That would be a strong place LinkedIn would be a good place to post it. That way other people can like, share, and see what is going on within your club. A lot of people kind of relate to experiences and testimonials from other people and rely very much on that as well. So strategy for corporate engagement. So I summarize this into as a 3-stage process. You need to find the organization, you need to follow the organization, and you need to build relationship, basically. That's the friend, the organization. And in doing this, it's useful to know how to use the search tool on LinkedIn. Let me just quickly go in there to the page. Can everyone see my page? It's paused, I think. So let me share that again. If I'm going too fast, let me know. I'll be happy to stop and take a break. Yeah. So,
Are you distributing the slides at the end of the presentation?
yeah, I'll be happy to if it will help. So can you see my screen now?
Yes, thank you.
So that's my profile. Now, I was talking about the search feature. So if you go to your LinkedIn and click search like this and just click enter on your computer, because as much as you want to search, this is in trying to find the company. You can click on all filters. If I'm going too fast, you might want to tell me to repeat. So whatever it is that you want, software engineer, let's say, for example, you want to filter by people, you can filter by people, you can filter by companies. So for the purpose of this training, let's go companies. And what location are you looking at? Well, if I were looking to reach out to companies, my home club is Kildare Club. And if I'm looking to reach out in companies, I'll be looking to reach out to the ones in Ireland. So I'll just type Ireland there quickly. Yeah, so I can put Ireland as the location. I can put technology, depends on the industry that you're looking for. If you're looking for more than one industry, you can filter it this way. Company size depends on what you're looking for. You can do this, and let me just leave it at that, or go to 202. Let me take this out and just show results. So automatically, LinkedIn filters it for you, and you get a list of organization that you want. Now, I've not talked about the tracking, but I'll talk about the tracking later. Normally, you just take this link, copy this link, and put it on the tracking sheet. We'll go back to that in a bit. You see when we come to the tracking. So, yes, so you find the organization. Can you still see the slide, yeah?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So you find the organization, just like we've gone through the search now. You follow the organization and you friend the organization. So by friending the organization, you want to build a relationship. So how are you going to do that? We're going to go by the next slide, you'll see more. So for me, I always think strategy is key when you're doing anything. You just don't jump in and want to just jump at that. So for this particular training, I think we would be using this 7-step strategy. You can put it in any order that you want, but I am recommending this because this works for me. So you define your buyer persona. Who do you really want to attract, or who do you really want to talk to? You have to define who the person is, where the location of the organization is, where the location of the organization, who they are, the kind of people that work there. You want to optimize your profile because you want to be seen as a professional when you're approaching someone in a professional environment. You want to position yourself as an authority in the industry. So if, for example, I'm going to talk to someone about Toastmasters and the person sees on my profile that, well, I'm the public relations manager of District 71, which is very evident in my profile. There's some credibility in that, and there is some level of, gives the person some level of comfort. So you want to position yourself, you want to optimize your profile to reflect what you actually do and show that you are part of that thing you're trying to sell, and position yourself as an authority by posting relevant articles on your own profile. So if the person goes through to have a look at your profile, they will see the same. Then set up a tracking system. That's what I was talking about now when I went on that search. So ideally, instead of having to come back again to that, if you have an Excel sheet, you could just copy the link of that page, like we saw it there, and just put it in the Excel sheet. You can always come back to that if you want to get that same particular search filters of the people the organizations that had come up on that search. You can change it as you want to whatever filters, and you can just save the link on the tracking sheet so that you don't have to go back again and be doing the filters all over again anytime you need it. then build your database. If you do that, you can use that to actually build the database of the organizations that you want to continue to reach out to, or even individuals as well. You can do that for individuals. So if you want me to have a look at that with you after this session, we can go back and have a look at that. But just the same way I filtered with organizations and companies, you can filter with people, and you can choose the sector or the industry that you want the person they're looking for this person from, and you can, well, see the person's details, and you can contact the person within LinkedIn if you want. Then engage with your leads. Well, back to the same thing as building the relationship. You want to send them messages to introduce yourself, well, professional messages to introduce yourself. You want to send them thank you when they respond to you. You want to send them messages that are really relevant, but engage, comment on their posts, like their posts, talk about, well, comment on their posts with, well, interesting and relevant comments, you know, and so engage with them basically. And that way you can generate sales. So it depends on what you're selling. For the purpose of this, you'll be able to schedule an appointment, because I suppose that's the goal really of everything else that you're doing. You want to meet with the decision maker in the organization, and you want to have an appointment with the organization, the decision maker, and be able to talk to them to create a club or even get members into your club. So when we are crafting these messages, what are we looking for? So it doesn't stop at just searching and finding the person and following the person. Sorry about that. You want to also reach out to them and reach out to them in a professional manner. You don't want to come across as someone that is sending very cold emails or cold messages, or sending a broadcast message to everyone. So you want to make it client specific. You want your message to be very clear and concise. And you also want to include a call to action at the end of the message. So I'll show you a sample of the message I had done, because we're going to start looking at our profile now. So see the example of this one. Hi, whoever the person is. You tell the person your name. I'm reaching out to discuss a potential partnership that could benefit your organization. We focus on healthcare excellence. So for this particular message, the person I'm targeting is in the healthcare sector. The addition of a Toastmasters program could further empower your staff by improving their communication and leadership skills, which is key in the healthcare setting. Our program is designed to fit seamlessly into corporate settings, providing a flexible, supportive environment. So you're articulating the benefits of them having your program within the organization for personal and professional growth. Could we schedule a call or a meeting to discuss how these can be integrated into your training framework? I would love to share more about our success stories and how we could tailor a program for your organization. So, well, this is just a message. You can tweak it however you want. You can send the message however you want. But the most important thing is to ensure that the message is clear, the message is client specific, and there is a call to action at the end of the message. Is there any question in the chat box before I proceed?
Just the previous question about distributing the slides.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's quickly go back to the. Let me quickly go back. Let me quickly go back to LinkedIn again. And I want us to work on updating our profile link. As much as I want us to look at updating our LinkedIn profile, I would want to give 5 minutes for the profile and the link, but the most important thing for the purpose of this training today is the link, and we can update the profile later. You can always reach out to me if you have any questions after today. If you have any questions or you think there is anything that's that you don't understand and you want me to explain it, I'll be happy to do that. So that's my LinkedIn profile. So you go to your LinkedIn profile, you click on view profile, and this is the profile URL, right? So if you go there, instead of leaving it, if you go there, if you click on it now, you see that it has some random numbers and some random letters. So to make it easy for people to find you, I put my name, Angela Afieghe, straight up there at the end of it. So if you want to edit that, you go click on that, and you're able to just edit it and put whatever you want to put at the end of the day. So if you want to do that in 5 minutes, if you want to update your LinkedIn profile, the headline or anything else, you can do it within the 5 minutes if you can. And let me know when you're done with that. So we are on the clock, 5 minutes. What are you timing?
Yeah, I'm timing it, so
Okay.
I'll give you a notification when the 5 minutes is up. So
Okay.
the idea is for everybody, if you can, to open your own LinkedIn profiles and to do the changes, and hopefully you'll have some questions as well. Any questions, just put in the chat.
Yes, Maria, it's recorded, yeah. No, in answer to your question, Tom, no, clubs do not have to pay to create. You don't have to pay to create a page on LinkedIn
Thank you very
and
much, Angela.
to put
you.
notices on LinkedIn. It's all free. So, but that's going to be, there's another training on sales navigation. So when you're doing ads on LinkedIn, you need to pay.
Thank you very much, Angela. Greatly
Mhm.
appreciate it. Thank you.
30 seconds. And that's the 5 minutes up for that exercise. And back to you, Angela.
Thank you very much. Did we succeed? Just by a show of hands, did we succeed in updating our LinkedIn profile link? Any questions? So I want to assume that we all succeeded in updating the profile link. Yeah, I will go back to the slides. So our second activity is writing the outreach message. So you draft a message to a potential corporate contact to talk to them about starting a Toastmasters club in their organization. So let me share my screen with that message. If you want to look at that, decide who this organization is that you want to reach out to and what kind of message do you want to send. So if you want to draft that, let's give another 5 minutes for that. Should I leave my screen? Maybe I should leave this on the screen.
I think leave that on the screen as a template, and I would suggest that people look at using it as a template, but to put their own personal stamp onto such a message.
Thanks.
Angela, can I ask a question right now, or should I write at the message chat box?
You can put it in the chat box, Hassan.
Okay, thank you.
Let me see if I can see the chat box.
If everyone notices, a good speech, a good letter is like a speech. And you see there, you've got a beginning, a middle, and a conclusion, just like a nice short speech. 1 minute to go. Please continue to put messages in the chat, and then I'll read them out to Angela to answer after this minute is finished.
My club has a LinkedIn page, and of course there is an international. That's a great question, Hassan. So I want to answer that after the 1 minute is over.
Right, time up. So
thank you very much.
Angela.
Yes, so let's look at Hassan's question. He said, my club has a LinkedIn page, and of course there is an international Toastmasters page too. And if I'm president, under which company should I position my role in LinkedIn? So that question is actually a great question. So what I found with Toastmasters, when I put I think it just automatically picks Toastmasters International. So you can link your roles, your different roles, to your club page, and overall it actually still links to Toastmasters International. So at the end of the day, it really is up to you. I will link it to my club page if my club has a page and is very active. Does that answer your question, Hassan?
So which one is better? I don't know, because sometimes if you are positioning like area director, yes, you should choose Toastmasters International District 109 or something like that with explanation. But if you are just a club officer, it should be better to choose only your club as a working area in your voluntary picks. But I'm not sure which one is working better. Always choosing the Toastmasters International. It doesn't matter if you are a president or just a treasurer. Choose always Toastmasters International, because if you do that, all the career improvements shown under the same company.
Page. Yes.
Yes.
So because you want to show that continuity and you want to reflect your experience, I would link it to my club if my club has an active page. But as you rightly pointed out, as you grow on your roles as Toastmasters, so at the club level, at the committee level, it will be easier to link it to your club. So at the area division level, I think you link it to your district if your district has a page. And
yes,
so
we have a division page also.
Yeah. So yes. So at the different stages, you link it to the place exactly where you're serving.
Okay, thank you, Angela.
So do we have any other questions from that exercise?
There are no questions in the chat at the moment.
Okay, happy days. So I want to assume that means everyone got it. So yes, so extra tips. So LinkedIn has their sales navigator for LinkedIn ads. Then there are extensions as well that you can use for generating lead. Now, whatever extension you decide to use, you want to work with the regulations around your area. So there's scrap.io and there is hunter.io. There are quite a few other ones like something rich. I saw that one earlier on as well today. So there are quite a few ones that you can, it will help you. All you need to do is add the extension to your web browser, your Chrome web extension. So if you go to the App Store and you go to the Chrome web extension, even if you type Chrome web extension on, and you just, when you see the web extensions, you just filter it down to LinkedIn. you will be able to see all the different LinkedIn extensions that you can add to your browser. And something like scrap.io and hunter.io, you can use them actually to generate email addresses. So some of the connections, when you look at them on LinkedIn, you find that you're not even, you might not see their email addresses. But with these extension, you actually get their email addresses. Now that seems like a hack now. But having said that, work within the legislation in whatever environment that you are. We here in Europe, we have GDPR. So you want to look at that as well. Then we also have, well, Toastmasters there's a public speaking course on LinkedIn. I would encourage you to look at that and if possible, complete it. That's going to kind of boost your credibility as well within, if you're going to sell Toastmasters to people. I think that's going to work very well if you have that. And yeah, that's it. Do you have any questions at all for me?
Well, Angela, I don't actually have a question, but I'm just thinking to myself here, what a valuable tool LinkedIn can be for individual clubs to help promote and boost their membership. I hadn't actually thought about that before.
Yes, it is actually. And
I can say it has worked very well for the Kildare Club. We've had several new members coming from the LinkedIn page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's a question in the chat. So perhaps you could post a side deck in the chat as a file so people can download it, or would they expect to receive it by email?
Yeah, that's going to make it easier though. So let me just post it there. Let me see it there. I'm gonna send it. So if you have any questions on creating a LinkedIn page, business page for your club, you have.
So we have one question here. What would you do to connect to people to join a club rather than set up a new club?
So it's the same thing.
So you're trying to get people to join your current club rather than set up a new club.
What did I do differently? So when I joined Kildare, I created the LinkedIn page for Kildare. And what I tried to do then was to get the members of the club to follow the page. And any meeting that we had, I put up things about the meeting and how wonderful and marvelous our club is. But it's a great club, actually, So I put those there and I put a lot of pictures from our meetings. We have a lot of themed meetings in Kildare. When it's Halloween, we take our time, dress up for the event. We come, we really have good crack. When it's Christmas, we wear our Christmas jumpers. So there's always something interesting in Kildare for every single meeting that we do. And when it's not any of those, we made one of our meetings made it to the TI magazine where we all had our Toastmasters 100 years t-shirt. So we do those and put those kind of things on our LinkedIn profile. And we get quite a few people sending us messages. Apart from that, I put things like quotes related to public speaking. And so we kept the page really, really active. And I didn't particularly go and meet people individually to, come and join our club, come and, but a lot of people followed our club from our posts that we were liking and sharing and resharing. And we got a few members from LinkedIn that year. So I wouldn't say just go outrightly to people and say, oh, come and join my club. I think that you're better off starting with optimizing your own personal LinkedIn profile make sure it looks professional, make sure it reflects that there's a lot of value. I always put things up that I get from Toastmasters. If I go for a session, if I learn anything new, I put it up on my LinkedIn profile. If I get any present or even wear my Toastmasters 100-year t-shirt, I put it up on my profile. I try as much as possible to communicate the benefits of Toastmasters. And when I created that page, I invited my connections to follow and follow the page, like the page. And when I post, those people, because they're already followers, they kind of see the things that are happening. And trust me, a few people have come to me to say, oh, wow, like this thing doesn't look like it's just learning public speaking. It looks like there's a lot more. And then I seize that opportunity to sell my club as much as I can. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
I think that answers a couple of the questions there. I'd also add it's a little bit like Facebook, but a little bit more professional messaging. And so you are putting in regular stuff, but less of the chit chat and more of what actually happens in a more professional manner. And when Angela says linking back, people sometimes look to see who are the other members in the club and see is this any connection with them to the club. So this is where you get the followers. So another question here, what can you recommend as the most effective tactics to grow fellowship and indeed membership for a new club that is looking to hit 20 members to get chartered as soon as possible?
Well, using LinkedIn, thank you very much for that. Using LinkedIn as a tool, LinkedIn they allow you to send 250 invites every month. So I take advantage of that. Between the 1st and the 10th of the month, I make sure that I've used up my 250 invites and send that out and be waiting for the next first. Some people will not accept, some people will decline, but whatever happens is reset at the end of the month. So when that happens, that I think is the easiest way really to get to broaden your network on LinkedIn.
Another very good question there from Essen. How long should the about section be in our LinkedIn profile?
Well, it depends on how much information or how much story you have to tell. I think there is there's limits to the word count really in that session. So you write as much as you want to write, put in the keywords and make it as relevant, as straight to the point as possible.
I'd add also make it interesting. Again, you're looking at writing a little mini speech, a nice beginning, a middle, and a conclusion. Another question there from Patricia. Would you link the club's Facebook page and Instagram to the new LinkedIn page for your club? Can you link?
No, I don't know how to do that. If it's new,
I don't think you can.
they do. Yeah, but what we use at the district level, which might be expensive, is we have a tool for scheduling posts. So we use that to send the messages at once. I know what you mean, because with Facebook and Instagram, you can link them using the business suite, but unfortunately, LinkedIn is not linked to that yet. So
LinkedIn, I think, is owned by Microsoft. Facebook and Instagram isn't, and I don't think they're going to share the information.
Can I also say that regarding LinkedIn and moving, when you link in Facebook and Instagram, they don't like to be sending you out of their own application. So it's something that the algorithm works it out, and then you end up with less visibility or something. So there is something to do with them not liking you to leave them, basically, and not click other links, external.
Yeah, someone has said that thing to me, and the person recommended that you should, instead of putting the link in the body of the email, of the message, of the blurb, that you should put it in the comment section. That somehow because LinkedIn doesn't want people being diverted from LinkedIn, they tend to not show those messages with blurbs with links. So it's always easier to write your blog and put the link to whatever it is in the comment section.
Just let you know, the presentation is up there in the chat for you to download. Just click it, click the download button. When you hover over it, click the download button, it will download to whatever device you're on.
Thank you so much, Angela. It was really, really insightful what you've shared with us tonight. Just to check with yourself. So I manage the Aberdeen branch.
Okay.
I just but the only thing I have is when the club members decide that they don't want it to be open to public, because from what you've explained, because I'm doing everything basically that you've just shared today. But the only thing is when it's closed group, how from what I get from yourself, it's not closed, it's open to everybody. So you have invites from all over the world. But what with the other committee, in our committee, they just decided that for the LinkedIn page, we decided to make it closed for the membership itself. I've got a lot of requests, but that's where my dilemma is. A lot of requests, but being that they don't really feel comfortable with the people joining if they are not members. So I don't know what you can advise me concerning this.
So now we're going back. Let's go back to where we started from in terms of goal setting and what you want for your club.
Okay.
When I was setting up the LinkedIn profile, what I wanted was to increase membership in the club. So I'm not sure what the goal of the group that you set up on LinkedIn is. If it's to grow membership for your club and showcase what your club offers, I think that you might want to consider making it a company page instead of a closed group, so that people see what you're doing and the value that you're giving. So if, for example, I don't think that there is I don't think that if you're doing something very good and it's kept within your club, nobody's saying it. It's not going to be any good to you.
Sorry. Yeah, it's not, sorry, I take it back. It's not closed that they can't see what's happening. They can see everything, but to join the membership itself. That's what I'm saying.
So what you want, if you're creating a network, a page, a social media page, is you want to grow your members, your followers. So that should be your ultimate goal,
Yes.
to grow your followers and ensure that a lot of people, plenty of strangers really will be best. I would like strangers that I don't know, to follow my page, like my post, share my post to their own network. And that way, it's like, that's the way it grows. So I don't know why they don't want other people to follow your page or join your page. I would say sit down with your committee.
Okay.
As a conversation, it's something you have within the committee, and you guys should agree, understand why they don't want it, and you guys should agree on the way forward. Maybe some people don't want to be seen. Those people that do not want to be seen, with all due respect, you don't have to put them on that social media page. So you're better off taking them out and letting the world know about the wonderful things that you're doing, Rosemary, in Aberdeen.
Yeah, it's funny. Every week we have minimum 5, 6 people coming through the door. So it's people are saying it. Yeah, it's just the fact that I don't understand why we can't make them just to follow us or become part of us. But it's something that I would discuss. Yeah, but the Facebook one we have
please discuss it as quickly as possible, because my goal as the district public relations manager is to ensure that we are visible. In fact, my own slogan was that I want to make sure that Toastmasters is not the best kept secret like everyone is saying. So if someone is telling me that they don't want them to follow your page, that person is indirectly fighting me. So I would like to understand why the person is against it, and want to explain to the person that we are on social media to gain followers, and we are public relation experts to create that visibility for our clubs, for our district, for our areas, and our division. So I think that's a very strong conversation you should have as quickly as possible, so that you can move on from that, because it's going to be hindering membership within your club.
So just to confirm, because I'll take this back to the club. So when you have your LinkedIn page, anyone can be a member of the group. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So it's not a group. Anyone can follow you, like you. So if it's a group, even yes, as many people
we have it as
possible. Yes. So yeah, as many people as possible is what you want. You can have the group on WhatsApp if you didn't want it to be out loud. if you didn't want external people to join. So if you've taken it to that level, you brought it up to LinkedIn, then you want the world to hear about Aberdeen.
Okay.
You know, so you need to open it up and let people come in. But
Okay.
with the your committee has to agree with you. Don't say after that said, yeah,
Okay, all right.
and agreed within the committee.
Okay, thank you.
I hope that answers it for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome, Rosemary.
Good comment there from Brigitte. The fastest way to get new members is through Speechcraft. That is an excellent way of getting new members. To know about
agree.
Speechcraft, it can be handy to have the LinkedIn page to let them know it's there.
I agree with you, Bridget. I've run a Speechcraft session before, and I thought that was really useful because I did it with Peter actually. We had about 10 people and signed up about 4 of them afterwards. So Speechcraft is very useful because people tend to experience Toastmasters meetings firsthand and even walk through their first path for free. Well, it depends on what you're doing with your Speechcraft session. But I find that the free Speechcraft sessions is easy to get members and gets people to sign up. Yes, so I agree with you that Speechcraft is a good way to get members to join your club.
Any final questions of the attendees?
I have one. Yep. I've been recently selected to be the VPPR for my club, and we've been having conversations about how to raise her profile on LinkedIn and separately in Facebook and etc. Now there is a question, and it may help the previous person in Aberdeen. What is the policy on having the faces of people on, say, a speech, or say that you just have a snippet of a session? That what is the policy? Can you is there what I don't remember when I joined Toastmasters is whether there was any, I'm sure there was a tick whether I allowed to have my photo taken and distributed. So are we able to see, I guess it's 3 questions here. Are we able to see who is happy to have their photo taken, and therefore and secondly, if we are allowed, publish those photos?
Probably what? I didn't get the second
The photos, publish the photos?
If they're allowed to publish photographs or snippets from speeches of the members on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I would say so if the member consents to it. So some people don't like you to put their pictures on social media. So you have to be sure that the person is happy to have their picture on social media. Maria, are you from District 71?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So there are quite a few. Have you attended any of our master classes?
I think this is the first one that I have attended, and as I fully started my role last month.
We have a VPPR group on WhatsApp. District 71.
Is that with George?
If you want to join that group, so
Yeah.
that we have master classes every month. We've had the Facebook one, we've had the LinkedIn, we've had the Canvas session. The next one is going to be on podcast. So we've had master class every month. This is actually a region one, so it's not District 71 one. But yeah, so if you join those master classes, you have a lot of answers to these questions. And we have recordings of those master classes as well on YouTube. So you can still go back and watch them if you want to. Yeah, so back to your question. In answer to that, yes, by all means, you can put snippets of speeches and you can put pictures up on your social media. I think that will help as well. But you need to get the consent of whoever you're putting up. You know, and if the person
I understand. Yeah. That is key, of course, with the GDPR and everything. So is there any, so for example, if we know that we have, say, 20, 30 members in the club, is there any central point that we can have that information, and then whether someone has not agreed to have their photo taken and distributed, for example, that we can have that prior knowledge?
Well, that will be up to your club. I don't know how it works in your club because in Kildare, then I remember that when I was VPPR, that was my first year, and I was asking the question individually that, oh, do they give their consent? And as someone told me that everyone had given their consent at some stage, that's within my club, so it was okay to post anything I wanted to post on social media. So I'm not sure how it is in your club. So in my club, I don't have to be asking them one after the other because they had given their consent previously. So you might want to talk to your club president
Yes,
or someone, an
Yes,
older
so
member of the club to get an answer to that question.
yeah,
brilliant.
Kildare. So what we did, we created a membership form, our own membership form, and that is a paragraph in the membership form, and people sign that ticket and also sign that particular paragraph to allow it, and we inform them.
Yeah, I seem to remember it wasn't that long ago when I signed up to Toastmasters, so I seem to remember that there was a little tick that you have to do there or agree or disagree. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
But
I agree
generally,
with
we
what
will
you're
also
saying
say
there.
that we take photographs, we let the members in the meeting know that these will be going up on Facebook or LinkedIn, just to reiterate it.
Yeah, I was just going to add in there that under GDPR, you have to get the person's consent. But generally speaking, my experience of matters like this is that, once a person is in the club, they don't mind because they're so engrossed in the club, they're only delighted themselves to be promoters of the club. So in that regard, the verbal consent is sufficient. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Angela, for all your help.
You're very welcome, Maria.
Any final questions before we hand back to Curtis? Or to Craig? Okay, thank you very much, Angela. Excellent session. And what we'll do, we'll hand you back over to Craig. Craig, take it away.
Thank you very much, Zoom Master and Toastmaster Angela. Kindly give a round of applause for the session today titled LinkedIn for Growth and Corporation Engagement. As a summary, what I heard today was Angela talk about the 7 steps strategy that we should have about personal, optimize, position yourself and tracking system and database, as well as crafting outreach messages, which include client specific, clear and concise, and a call to action about our outreach message. And you got me thinking, Angela, as the session went along. I remember when I got laid off of a job at a construction company, but a couple of months before that, they said, we'll help you with your LinkedIn account. Knew nothing about LinkedIn in 2011, and I had to build up my LinkedIn. As if anybody can see my LinkedIn, it has built up tremendously. And I've also, along the way, I've had to ask a couple of questions of how to do things because currently I can work in the United States as well as Germany. And I reached out to one of our Toastmaster members. I said, how can I show this on my LinkedIn account? And she actually said, I have no idea, but I had to go up to that section about, my background and just put up there, okay, I'm definitely qualified to work in both countries. And we also heard from Angela today about how we can use those tips that she gave us about the LinkedIn ads and yes, and there definitely is a public speaking course out there that Toastmasters put that if you would like to take that, you can also, learn how to, take your public speaking to a different level if you like to, I guess, with the course, because I haven't looked at it actually myself. And also she spoke about the Chrome web extension. And then, of course, I like to talk about the closed group because as Rosemary was talking about Aberdeen because if Aberdeen is not open on LinkedIn, I can't share it because I'm the big roll up over here because I'm doing PR for all 8 districts. And I love seeing pictures. I love posting the videos from all the clubs and seeing how they produce their flyers and everything, because we will have a session on that because we have been having a couple of issues with the branding and how to do branding with Toastmasters because we do have a brand manual there. But thank you very much, Angela, for your LinkedIn session today. And one thing I would have to say, because I always hear this when LinkedIn and we have sessions, everybody always says, oh, LinkedIn is for professionals. But I had to sit down and think about that one day. It's actually more than professionals. We have entrepreneurs on there. We have retirees. We have college students. We have PhDs. We have people like me who have a master's degree. And we also have our coaches. And of course, we have other people that work in other different areas or industries within LinkedIn. And to also say along, because I have been doing PR for Toastmasters since 2017. And one thing that I didn't hear mentioned, because everybody said, how can they pull people into our pages? That word of mouth. One of the things that I did, especially when I started doing it, I always sent out a thank you note and I would put a link to our Facebook page in there. And it was really funny because I didn't think that that would actually work. But as they say, when Saturday and Sunday came along, I started getting click, click, click. Somebody wanted to join our group because, as they say, you had to take time through the week, let everybody finish working, and then they will pick up your email and then they will definitely click in. But also, when you're having your meetings, mention where you're located. Are you on Facebook? Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Meetup? Are you on Eventbrite? Because that's the way to get that out there, to let people know where you're located. Now, I know, of course, we didn't do that with Region 10 because I was just looking, Angela. I had to look and see how many followers I had because when I started the page, it was started because of a Toastmaster in District 59. She said, I know we're on Facebook. Do we have a place on LinkedIn? And she said, no. So now we currently have 2,841 followers. But thank you very much today, Angela. We look forward to another session, hopefully this month. I've also reached out to 2 people at our corporate office to come and have a session about branding or anything to do with public relations. And we definitely look forward to having that somewhere within March or April of this month. As I say again, thank you very much for attending our session today. And back to you, Zoom Master.
Okay, thank you very much. And it's been an excellent session, and we've run well on time there, a little bit early. So I think, unless there's any other questions, I think we will call this session to a conclusion and wish everybody to a very happy St. Patrick's weekend from us here in Ireland to all of you, wherever you are. Thank you very much, and we'll see you at the next session, hopefully.
Thank you. Bye.
Hang on a minute. Hi, Angela. I've just sent you my number. I've just sent you my number in case that you can grab it and put me in the WhatsApp group.
Okay. Let me just take it now straight up because I was going to look for the LinkedIn page, the Toastmasters LinkedIn page. I saw that someone was looking for it. Yeah, share. Just copy that link. Not sure who wanted it though. Uh-oh. So let me see, plus. Um, 7801 36 4297. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll send you, I'll
Oh,
send
I
you
think that was
message.
your missed call.
Yes, I
Brilliant.
just did that so that I'm able to save the number. Yeah, thank
Fantastic.
you very much.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much once again. Take care. And thanks for all your information. Bye for now.
You're very welcome.